name is Katasha, and welcome back to Broken Sword Shadow of the Templars. We are getting close to finishing the game. We're at 87%. So I say give it 2 more episodes. Hey, I might even finish it in this one. You never know. But let's go. Okay, found out what the chalice is for. Following the clues from Syria and Spain, I put the chalice in front of the Baphomet statue and revealed an image of a church reflected in the surface. So, do I talk to old lady or do I go into... Let's go and talk to the old lady. There she is. Hi!
Senor Stobart. Oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yes, we had it cleaned. I'm hearing the...
Yeah. I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knights secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Yeah.
To be
That's...
young and live in a world of moral absolute.
I can see the chalice shine.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Oh, right! The...
You have my most profound...
tomb in...
I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah?
The,
I'd be happy to show you the city.
Paris, thingo. Yep, I can't
There's
English.
something else that I discovered, carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians...
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Okay, back to Paris.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
I forgot to ask the flipping priest. I can't believe I did that. Actually, you know what? Yes, I can. I can very much believe I did that. Back to Paris we go. Back to France.
It was the driveway down to the main road. I didn't want to leave just yet, though. Mausoleum, summer house...
Apparently I can't leave.
George Stobart, grave robber. No, I don't think so.
I'm heckin' confused now. I can't go back to Paris.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
That's one way to get Bible and verse, huh? That's one way to do it. Just like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm just going to take this. At least I don't need to go back to France. That's the main thing. I do not need to go back to France.
Hello again.
Please.
Yeah.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Okay.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
One way to get it. At least this
Thou
works.
art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorn. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is their mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay, so we're gonna ask Lopez.
I'll have a look around if...
My
Lopez! Well, I wouldn't know.
Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look,
Aw.
Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life.
Aww.
It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Okay. Let's actually ask
So the
about the
Countess
lady.
feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
Aw. Okay. Lopez.
You must
well,
know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
I'd hope
See,
so.
I have lived my whole life here in the service of the De Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have
Dangerous?
no idea where it was?
How was it
Nah.
dangerous?
It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must
it
have
just
been
me?
in
Does
the
it look
old
like it was
house's
there?
courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Any ideas yet?
Not at...
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Like, that's discoloration here. Hiding deep, the well is deep. I'm not sure. Because so I've got to do something with that too.
It was too delicate to...
Yeah.
Now what? Feeling like an idiot. I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. It was the key to the excavation.
Ah.
Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
Yeah, we need to... I swear we need to light that.
Lopez.
I don't think it's gonna...
Hi, Lopez.
Certainly, sir.
Any ideas yet?
Not.
Look at this.
Wow.
I'd like your opinion.
Okay. It has some sort of...
That's grease paint.
Oh, it stinks of solvent. Stray spark. And your head might blow up.
I don't think it's quite that flammable.
Huh.
No way. That is not a good idea. Catch you later, Lopez.
Ah,
I am confused. Apparently there's something for me in here to take.
It was a small mirror hanging over the sink.
Why did I take the mirror? Why did I take the mirror? Trying something because Lopez said the tissue looked flammable. And why have we kept the tissue all this time? Hey! Oh. Can I close that? Hey! We got somewhere. We got somewhere. After all that mucking around and running back and forth, we actually got somewhere. What is this meant to do? Okay, the candle's now burning. How long would have George been waiting? What? Is that a chess piece? It's gonna be hot.
The
It's gonna be
candle
hot.
had burnt brilliantly, but only for a couple of minutes.
Oh.
Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key. It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle.
It's, yeah, that's the missing, 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 that's the missing chess piece! That's the missing chess piece! How many times did I say that? But yeah, that's the missing chess piece because she's missing a chess piece. This is the missing chess piece. I found your missing chess piece.
Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I, lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
It makes
What
sense.
are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
Sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
Made me worry there. The door just...
I'll have a look around if...
My...
Hello again.
I'll have a look,
Okay. Useless. Now what the fuck do I do? What do I do now? Does Lopez have anything? I'm so confused. Ah.
Hi, Lopez.
Certain.
Any idea?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah,
Okay.
you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah.
I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Okay. Oh, I'm like, what's hazel? What?
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Okay. Now what do I do?
Hi, Lopez.
Certain?
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah. Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios.
I right click.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
Are there any more over here? We might have a problem. Going past the mausoleum to see if there's any trees over here. Or am I going to get blocked out by... I'm going to get blocked out by... Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Screen colors. Screen colors? See, if that's the only thing of
There wasn't
hazel...
a single...
I am... This game, I swear. I need so many things, and it's like, we're gonna make it extra.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Aha! We just said that. We found one! I thought there was only one section of hazel trees, but you don't know until you do a full explore, and then you'll find one. Lopez!
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my
found it.
divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y.
Which is like
Apply
the
a
two
little
sticks.
tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
We'll find this well in no time.
Where is he? I was like, where's George? There he is. Walking, 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 walking. Let's find a well. Hi, Lopez. There's like a slight dark circle where George just walked past. Walking. Oh, you can see. Like, you can see a dark spot there. We can also see a really green spot there. Bloody hell, George. How long are we going to be at this for? I don't think this is going to work. I really don't think.
So bad. You've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
I think we found the well.
At the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Yeah, I mean, he's not wrong. I love this animation. It just looks like old cartoon animation. I love it. That was a failed whistle. We're gonna ignore that.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this. Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat.
Okay. Be careful. Yeah, you're walking on the edge. Yeah, that is rather dangerous.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece.
Touch your
I
tooth.
could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
I'm in danger.
Oh, very funny, you psychos.
Senor Stobart! Senor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine.
Hey, Suto miras daga! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
Yeah, Yoba's got squashed by frickin' stone.
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It was too dark to see, and I had to rely on touch. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
There's like always a reason for a... Mirror. I have the mirror for a reason. Reflect the light.
I realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above. There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
And we use the key, the missing it's the missing chess piece. I'm calling it a chess piece.
I slid the stone key into the lock.
It looks like a chess piece.
There were buttons that turned the dials.
Oh, son of a...
I must have made a mistake. The lock spun back to neutral and nearly took my fingers off. I was going to have to start from scratch again.
The only thing I remember having... Okay, we're using this. We are using this. Okay, the top was XIV. I'm going to write this down. I have a... That's in red. That is dead. Holy shit, that actually works. I have a light blue pen. Oh no, I've got it written down already! I am smart. Smart. Okay. No, we need to go this way. X. I'm going the wrong way. Nope, I'm not.
I heard the sounds of the
Aha!
Either that or the wall was going to come down on my head.
So we need XX. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Okay, it's gonna go either two. Wait, hang on. Which ones does he actually say next? I say VI and X. Okay, and L. So we need.
Oh, yes.
Got it! Oh, that scared me.
Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old Stobart fingerwork wouldn't let me down.
I had it written down in here. I forgot I did that. I just had to go to the book a couple of times for the right order. Okay, there's the missing chess piece. So what I had wasn't the missing. Hi, hello.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do.
I didn't click.
You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
The missing children unfortunately passed away.
George, welcome back.
Come in,
Andre.
Josh. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, Josh.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars
I
had
don't
left the
like
tapestry
Andre. I
showing
don't
a
know.
chessboard.
I don't know why.
The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, Josh.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course.
Thank you, Nico.
He started it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
André, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle
I'm
of
so
Bannockburn.
confused.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at
Okay.
a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
I can't...
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
The whole I call a cab was on George's head, but it was Nico's voice.
Pardon me.
Dude, that you can see the scar!
Must be
The
dead.
scar!
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
Do you know Stirling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah, we...
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No. Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Stirling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Well then,
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked
you
up
can
at the
see
station.
the
A
scar.
medieval detective
I'm scratching
story.
myself. Ow.
Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I
Pegram.
assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No,
You can
I never
see
George
who
is a
it
great fan of
is.
these things.
How can they not see who it is? I can see
met him.
Nico
Would you
not really
believe
paying
that this
attention.
clown's nose led us to being on this train tonight?
I would indeed.
No, honestly, it... You would?
Certainly. You have an honest face.
Yep. That's a nose with a history, all right.
So you said.
Ow! I just hit my arms. I can't remember the dude's freaking name. Khan!
Does the name Merlin mean anything to you?
Merlin, a master of illusions.
That's lucky.
Oh, you said Merlin? Then no, nothing.
Do you know what this is?
Yes, I do. A young friend of mine shook my hand with one just the other day.
Yeah? Well, that's outrageous. He should be shot.
Perhaps. Still, his intentions were good.
I'm sorry that you've been zapped by one of these things.
You shouldn't be.
You're the one who did it.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still,
Oh.
there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Now can I go?
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi. Having a party?
No, this is British. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. What's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Ew.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap, sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. Would you like a
Rightio.
red nose?
No thanks, pal, I got one of my own.
Have you ever seen this man before?
Aye, man, he's chalky white and I claim my 10 quid, like.
No, he's an international assassin, and he goes by the name Khan.
Well, aye, man, but I was close, you know.
Don't think you were, mate.
Do you know what this is?
No, man, what is it?
It's a hand buzzer.
You won't catch me out with that, pal.
If I'd wanted to catch you out, I wouldn't have shown it to you, would I?
Well, maybe she's mate, pal. Like a clever double bluff, you know.
Okay, I can't.
See you later. I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
Okay. Ew.
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel. Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eckler of Marquet's murder.
Where's Nico? Where's Nico? Where's
I should have
Nico?
known better than to leave Nico and the
Nico!
old lady alone.
Where's Nico?
Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Aww.
The door was locked. The door was locked. I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with this guy.
Do I ask drunkards?
Hey, buddy. Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't have tried nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like. So action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man. An old lady, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta help me.
Old
Maybe
lady was
went to the
fucking
toilet.
gone.
I don't think so.
You never go on our own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted. I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
See you later.
Give it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Holy shit.
Hold on now, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Oh my god, George! We're now train surfing. We're now train surfing.
Hey! Hey!
I always wanted to stop the train. And now was my chance. You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after?
Neo-Templars.
What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll
I'm
stop them.
confused.
You and me together, and Nico.
No, George.
And Nico.
My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're
He's
after?
going to die,
Sword
George.
Symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which are
Okay.
focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
How did you escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village, Stobart. Fortunately, I know the
He
ways
walked?
of the wilderness.
Wow.
No.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead. Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobart.
I will. When I'm ready.
He kissed her.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do. And kissing you was at the top of my list.
Aww.
George,
Uh-huh.
George, we've got to get off the train.
Well, yes.
Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Okay, so I clicked the wrong door. Wow.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
George, you're an idiot.
Maybe not. No. I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Okay.
The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Do I just keep looking in the pile of rubbish?
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
I'm just going to keep looking in the rubble.
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top. I didn't find anything.
I'd talk to Nico, because now I've got Nico I can talk to.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move. Nico?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
Thank you, Nico.
The cog wouldn't fit that hole. It wasn't the right hole for that cog. The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket. No way. I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. No way.
Can I take something from here?
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle. With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place. The cogs all meshed. It began to turn.
Hey! Why did I take... You know what? I'm not going to question it.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
Yeah, it's a little disconcerting.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for?
I like Nico. I really like Nico.
Will you look at that? Baphomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch, if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel,
The broken sword.
Baphomet, Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago,
I have no idea
our
what's going
greatest
on.
weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
This doesn't look good.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But
Why would they
surely
not
you
stand?
realize
I'm so confused.
that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done.
I'm so
we
confused.
need determined, resourceful men like you. Join
No.
us, George. Join us in true brotherhood. Yeah.
How about, no.
Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary.
Of things, not
Every
people.
Great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell first.
Ah, George, I had great
Did Rosso just
hopes
blip
for
through
you.
somebody?
C'est la guerre. Eklund, kill him.
Ah, Nico! Of course, George gets knocked out. Oh.
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
Take them. Kill them. They
Nico.
will not escape.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
This is
But
explosive.
master, The powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
We have a bag
I
of
thought it was all
C4.
over, but Nico had one last trick
We
up her
have a
sleeve.
bag of
Or
C4.
in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Nice. Aww. So sweet. I mean, look, if I was helping with all this, I'd kiss her too. I'm not gonna deny that.
We didn't stay long in Scotland. George had a vacation to finish, and I had another story to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month. George and I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favorite restaurants, and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds so many memories for me now. The cafes, the music.
The sewers.
Tell me about it. The clowns.
The jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
Yes, dear Andre.
When we first met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with, on my own. So, I dealt with it, and now it's over.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery.
And that it... Has that always been there? Oh, thank you for playing Broken Sword Director's Cut. The 2010 marks Revolution's 20th anniversary. Back in 1990, the Berlin Wall had just fallen. Syria created creator of Kings Syria, or I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. My words are not working. Creator of the King's Quest series, amongst many other adventure titles, ruled supreme in the adventure market. And LucasArts was just emerging with a new breed of witty, quirky adventures. Monkey Island. I have played a little bit of Monkey Island. Was just around the corner. I was a development director at the publisher Activision. They do good games. And was keen to set up a new development company to challenge the American behemoths. Tony Warrener, a design programmer with whom I worked with for years earlier, was bored writing aeronautical software, so was his colleague David Sykes. And Noreen Carmondi, who was a general manager for Activision UK, wanted to move from publishing to development. This is the Revolution team when we first started in 1990. Sean Brennan, then head of the publisher Microsoft, invited me out to lunch one day and told me that if I wanted to set up a studio, then he would fund and publish our games. Everything was fitting into place. All we needed was a game concept to pitch. That game concept was later evolved into Lure of the Temptress, based on a system we called virtual theatre. I can't English. The adventure engine guided characters intelligently around a game world. We worked non-stop for weeks to write a prototype and then drive to Microsoft's offices in London to make the presentation. But en route, after leaving the car unattended for many minutes, a thief broke in. The radio was stolen but for some reason, the thieves did not take the PC on the back seat, which was not insured. So the pitch went ahead. Microsoft commissioned the game and Revolution was born. The lure of Templars team in the 1990s. The Broken Sword series was conceived, like so many of the best ideas, over an excellent dinner with plenty of wine. In 1994, and I was dining with Noreen Carmody and Sean Brennan, who was now head of publishing at Virgin Interactive. We started talking about the mythology of the Templars, almost unheard of at the time, and what a rich historical background it would create for an entertainment product, particularly a game. And so, for 10 years before the plethora of the Templar-themed entertainment products, Broken Sword was born. First concept drawing of George. This is how Nico started life. Nico! We had very high ambitions for the game, but the competition was fierce. At Revolution, we had an excellent team who had written some very successful adventures, but to move to the next level, we needed to bring in the best people from other creative industries. I convinced a very talented layer artist, Jürgen Cahill, to join the project. He and his colleague Neil Breen, who had previously worked at the Don Bluth Studios in Dublin, drew all the backgrounds in pencil and we digitally coloured them in Photoshop. Wow! A bridge over the Seine, surprisingly similar to the Ouse Bridge in York. Again, sorry if I'm butchering. The main characters and the introduction sequence were created and drawn by brilliant animator Mike Burgess, who worked for Red Rover Animation Studio. Tragically, Mike, who was in his 20s, died a few months later. A few years later, I had played for a cricket team with the composer Barrington Fulong. We had since lost contact, but when I contacted him to suggest that he might like to write the music, he jumped at the chance. The dream team had come together. The development process was very exhilarating, but often fraught. On release, Broken Sword was incredibly well received both critically and commercially. The game was followed a year later by Broken Sword 2. After a 5-year gap, we moved to 3D presentation for 3 and 4. While usually controversial, the move to 3D was necessary to secure publisher support, although my provocative statement, the point-and-click adventures are dead, and has often returned to haunt me. The enigmatic Dwayne, who is he really? And does his mysterious wife Pearl really know for sure? Chantel, the hapless waitress. For the director's cut, I had the pleasure of working with the comic book artist Dave Gibbons, with whom we had worked previously on Beneath a Still Sky. David has drawn the facial expressions and the new movies. An honorable mention goes to Tony Warriner, who has been an integral part of Evolution since its inception, and Juice Peters, with whom Tony had programmed with this new version. And of course, commercial director Noreen Carmody, who helped steer the company through both the bad and the difficult times. I feel extraordinarily proud that 15 years after we conceived and started designing the first game, there is still much passion for these games, and privileged that so many fans remain so loyal to the series. Thank you, Charles Cecil, director. The team has grown by 1996. And this is Charles Cecil today with slightly less hair. Noreen Carmody, one of the founders of Evolution. Charles and Dave working on Beneath a Still Sky. David Gibbons today. Tony Warriner, co-founder and director's cut programmer. Juice Peters, present day Revolution programmer. A photograph of Constantine's broken sword, erected outside York Minster a few years ago. I will say this was a really good game. I am happy to have finished it. I've played this a few years ago with my mum, and we had so much fun. Now, I will say this. I will be playing Broken Sword 2 because it is same concept on this, like I said, the point and click. I may or may not play 3 and 4. Now, I have tried playing 3 in the past, but the big shift from the point and click to this 3D thing is actually rather frustrating. So I may or may not play it. We will see. But definitely playing 2. And we'll see from there. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed this adventure as much as I am. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye!